Hey guys, Stitches here, and welcome back to some more Let's Play Mega Man 3. Last time we faced off against the Robot Masters. Last time we faced off against a hologram and copy robot, though we pretty much neg-diffed him using top spin. And we also faced off against all of the Robot Masters reconstructed one last time. Oh, that's awful. Do you see that? This time we're going to be fighting the final bosses of the game, being the Wily machine and Gamma. So the Wily machine. The Wily machine is going to have a few different weaknesses, but it's going to be two phases. So the first thing is going to be mainly weak to Hard Knuckle and Spark Shock, but also semi-weak to Search Snake. Phase 1 is weak to Mega Buster. It takes 1 damage from Mega Buster, 0 from Needle Cannon, 1 from Magnet Missile, 0 from Gemini Laser, 7 from Hard Knuckle, 0 from Top Spin, 4 from Search Snake, 7 from Spark Shock, 2 from Shadow Blade. Phase 2 takes 1 from Mega Buster, 1 from Needle Cannon, 2 from Magnet Missile, 1 from Gemini Laser, 7 from Hard Knuckle, 0 from Top Spin, 4 from Search Snake, 0 from Spark Shock, and 2 from Shadow Blade. Anyways, we're going to be getting the various things. Wow, that's some rotten luck. But that's some good luck. Anyway, this is only 1 screen long, so do. Okay, I couldn't remember if that's literally the first phase. You can 4-shot that little cannon with Hard Knuckle, but then we need to try to get the hell out of here. And what's actually recommended is from here you can use Rush Jet. And just kind of wail on him. Wily Machine 3 is probably the easiest one to do if you have the right weapons. So you can see he begs for mercy, but he's a fake. With this goofy ass Wily. And there's actually another one on the top of the bone. Funnily enough, there's a health recovery in this room. I don't know why. The next fight is against Gamma, the robot that we've been talking about throughout the story occasionally. A robot meant to be a robot that was meant to create peace, now turned violent by Dr. Wily. Also, I don't know why it says this, but it says specifically August 28th. Gamma is the only boss that in the game that is not able to be damaged by the Mega Buster. He has weaknesses to the Shadow Blade and Hard Knuckle in the first phase, and the second phase is weak to Top Spin and Search Snake. Now, if you're playing a version of the game with any sort of save state function, you can, of course, grind these in order to make it so they always drop a, to make it so that they always drop a E-Tank or energy or whatever you want from them. But without further ado, let's go ahead and face Gamma. Now, really what you're supposed to do is have either Rush Coil or Rush Jet. I recommend Coil. Get you up here. And then you can use either Hard Knuckle or Shadow Blade here. Hard Knuckle is typically recommended because of the aiming feature on it, so you can simply sit here and fire directly at Gamma's face until he's half health, in which Dr. Wily shows up in this devil helmet. And you can just kind of murk him with Top Spin, because Top Spin is the most fucking busted weapon in this game, in both the best and worst way possible. And that's literally the end of the game. Oh, they're crushed to death. Where's Wily? Oh no, too late. The epilogue. Mega Man, you've regained consciousness. I found you lying here when I arrived. I wonder who brought you here. This whistle, it must have been Proto Man. Number lists of robots made by Dr. Light, or Wright as it says. Number 8, Elecman, Atomic Energy Controller. Number 7, Fireman, Waste Disposal Robot. Number 6, Bomb Man, Ground Disruption Robot. Number 5, Iceman, Arctic Investigation Robot. Number 2, Gutsman, Wilderness Reclamation Robot. Number 3, Cutman, timber felling robot. Number 2, Roll, the housekeeping robot. Number 1, Mega Man, former assistant to Dr. Light. And number 0, Proto Man, new robot prototype, brother of Mega Man. We can see the Wily capsule up there on top of the tree. And we can also see the robot masters of this game. So technically, every robot master in a way is mentioned in this game. So I kind of wanted to talk about Proto Man a little bit. I'm going to be trying to avoid doing a, because this video was so short, just actually beating the bosses. I'm going to be talking about the stuff that I would talk about in a bonus video here. So Proto Man is a very complex character, and I kind of want to talk more about him and what we know about him in this game. So Proto Man was obviously Breakman, but Proto Man is the first ever line of Robot Master robots. He's considered the older brother to Mega Man and Roll, and he shares a sort of rival-mentor relationship with Mega Man. He can only shoot typically 2 shots from his Mega Buster, or from his Proto Buster rather, but carries a shield as well. Additionally, because he debuted in Mega Man 3, in Mega Man 9 and 10, Proto Man actually can slide as well, making him really play mostly like Mega Man from the Mega Man 4 onwards, with the exception he can only have 2 shots on the screen at a time. So, I'm going to be reading from the wiki for this. So, Proto Man was originally intended to become the first of humanoid robots capable of self-awareness. He was a prototype robot, so his design was incomplete, although he greatly exceeded his creator's expectations on several levels. It was later discovered that the energy core had a critical problem that would eventually make him stop functioning. Dr. Light had planned to repair him, however, since he was created too independent, Proto Man feared the modification would change his character. Proto Man refused to have Dr. Light meddle with his systems and fled to protect his sense of identity. Dr. Light had presumed that Proto Man had died and regrettably gave up on him. Learning from his mistakes, he perfected the energy core and created 2 new robot units, Rock and Roll, to help him around the house, as well as 6 other robots destined to help humanity. It's interesting because this kind of retcons the idea of there only being 6 robot masters in the first game, but instead that Mega Man and Roll just both count towards that marker. Proto Man's design became the basis of Sniper Joe, of the Sniper Joe series of robots. And Mega Man powered up. While Proto Man is not a part of the story, he is a playable character that can be unlocked in that game, and it's revealed that Proto Man in that game does not like Sniper Joe due to this. Proto Man wandered the world alone for a while before his energy reactor depleted. The scientist Dr. Wily found him collapsed and dying. Wily managed to temporarily repair Proto Man by altering his power reactor from solar power to nuclear. This is something that's mentioned, is that Mega Man actually uses solar power shots, whereas Proto Man uses nuclear ones. This is probably also why Proto Man is generally more associated with being able to use the charge shots, is likely because of his nuclear reactor. Dr. Wily also made some other modifications, turning him into a super fighting robot, or a combat robot. He also gave Proto Man the Proto Shield to compensate for his body's weakness and overall low defenses. And in an attempt to hide his identity from Dr. Light, he gave him his helmet and his visor. Working on Proto Man's systems gave Wily greater knowledge in creating robots at the same level as Dr. Light, helping his plans for world domination. Indebted to Dr. Wily, Proto Man served him until his encounters with Mega Man in Mega Man 3 made him realize his true nature. Proto Man saves Mega Man at the end of Mega Man 3 and will turn against him in Mega Man 4. I will not be talking about anything that happens after this because I don't want any spoilers for Mega Man 4. In Mega Man Powered Up, he's a downloadable character or a character that you can unlock by completing all the challenges. He uses his Proto Shield to block attacks, similarly to the Proto Shield upgrade you can unlock in Mega Man 7. His shield can also be knocked off by enemies, but it can be retrieved, and it can fall off in extreme circumstances. He can jump higher and move faster than all characters, but it also takes more damage from enemy attacks. This is generally pretty true about Proto Man, is that he takes increased damage from attacks. In Mega Man Powered Up, he cannot slide, copy weapons, or charge his Buster. However, instead of the Proto Buster, he has a new skill called Proto Strike, which is virtually the same as Mega Man's charge shot and can be shot rapidly. In Mega Man 3, we encountered him 4 different times. And we duel him one last time where he dresses up as Breakman, which is just an alias he uses temporarily, where he uses a Sniper Joe helmet. Also, it's interesting to note that in the Breakman fight, I didn't mention this, but Breakman actually only takes damage from the Mega Buster and does not take damage from any other special weapons. Proto Man will continue. Proto Man will continue to appear in the Mega Man games up until Mega Man 10. Where he makes his last appearance in the classic series. He also appears in Mega Man World 4 for the Game Boy, Mega Man World 5, Mega Man Soccer, Mega Man Battle and Chase, Super Adventure Rockman, Mega Man The Power Battle, Mega Man 2 The Power Fighters, Rockman Strategy. He appears as a trophy in the Wii U version of Super Smash Bros. Proto Man appears as an addition to Mega Man's Final Smash. Proto Man's also a costume in that game for Mii Fighters. Which were originally paid DLC in Smash 4. He has some other appearances too, being minor appearances in the Game Boy games, which I already mentioned. He appears as a card in Wily and Wright's Rock Board, That's Paradise, and the three games from the SNK vs. Capcom Card Fighter series. Proto Man appears as an enemy in Adventure Quiz Capcom World 2. Proto Man has a cameo appearance in Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 and Nova's Ending, along with Mega Man Roll Beat and Zero as members of Mega Nova Corps. Proto Man has a cameo appearance in Dead Rising 2 and its predecessor, Dead Rising 2 Case Zero, as cardboard cutouts advertise a movie called Proto Man. In Dead Rising 2 Off the Record, players can collect parts for a Proto Man costume that Frank West can wear. Additionally, Proto Man appeared in the mobile phone games Mina to Akashic Heroes, or Mina to Akashic Heroes, I think that's how they're pronounced, and Street Fighter X All Capcom. Proto Man's real name is also Blues, further continuing the joke that each of the initial three Robot Masters, or continuing the bit with the Mega Man and Roll's names being Rock and Roll, based on the rock and roll music genre. His is Blues. It's also kind of funny because his name is Blues, but his outfit is red, which I think is kind of a funny thing. Anyways, without further ado, let's get into the database really quick and look through everything in the database. Like the previous games, I'm showing off what's in the database. So, Rock was originally a robot creating it for household chores. He became Mega Man when Dr. Wily started going around. Walking Bomb. This is a walking version of Killer Bomb. Try to attack it from afar. Alekin. Electric Gabiawal. Returning Monking. Gyo-Raibo. Komasaburo. Now, I believe this guy is based off the fake Airman. Giant Springer. Giant Metal. Jamaki. The Junk Golem. Dada. Says you could use Topspin against this. Tama. Chibi. Needle Press. Nitron. New Shotman. Have Sue B. Harasu. Harry. Hammer Joe. Bicky, Big Snaky, Pickleman Bull, Petite Snaky, Bubucon, Paturchi, Pen Pen Maker, Pole, Cannon, Photon, Bomb Flyer, Bolton and Nutton, Hollow Gran, Bomber Pepe, Magfly, Macacaro, Metal Deluxe, Gambo, Wanan, the Doc Robots, Kamegoro Maker, Yellow Devil Mark II, Holograph Megamans, Proto Man. Why is Proto Man like off center like that? Wily Machine 3, Gamma, Needle Man, Magnet Man, Gemini Man, Hard Man, Top Man, Snake Man, Spark Man, Shadow Man, and lastly Mega Man. There's some stuff in the museum we can look at, including stuff like the box cover. So, you know, I'm really glad this stuff exists. A picture of the cartridge, which we can see was weirdly green. Manual. Interestingly, in the manual, it doesn't seem like the image for the level select is messed up. I also think that might be the wrong order for the level select. Anyway, this talks about Rush, the new abilities Rush has, talks about the slide mechanic. Something going over the history. We can see a picture of what Proto Man looked like without his helmet at this point in time. It also talks about the original 6 Robot Masters and Wily's 8 Robot Masters. Here we have an advertisement. And here we get to see what it looked like in America, and brother, what is that, bro? Why is his like Mega Buster like ribbed for her pleasure? And why is Top Man green? Why is Spark Man just like a generic robot? I'm so confused about all of this. Oh god, not the arcade flyer. Why is he staring like that? Also, what is this Needle Man? This Needle Man's like drawn directly based on the sprite. They were like really insistent about this design with his like knee pads though. That's interesting. Here we have the front box from Europe, which I think has a very similar kind of design to the manual. But we can see they have this fucking creepy ass Dr. Wily there. Also, for whatever reason, Mega Man is part chrome colored. The rear side of the box, which I can't tell if these are actual gameplay screenshots or if these are just mock-ups. Also, this is specifically the German version of the game. But here we have the concept art for each of the enemies throughout the game. Here we have the light Wily logo, or the right Wily logo. This Japanese logo. You know. Pretty basic stuff. Here we have Rush and Rush Coil. Top spin is ridiculous. Here we have some sketches for some enemies. Doc Robot sketch. Some of these guys don't even make it into the game, but you know, it's interesting to look at. This artwork has Proto Man with a weird handle on top of his buster. Here again, we can see what Proto Man looks like without his helmet. Proto Man has like always been depicted wearing sunglasses, which I think is supposed to kind of tie him to like delinquency. Here we can see a picture of Mega Man in some pajamas, which I think is funny. Unused enemy, that's just a gun. Unused rush concept. Unused rush form. Unused sketch. This appears again to be the Doc Robot. We have some character files on the various characters throughout the game. Plasman. Unused bosses such as Plasman, Vacuum Man, Smoke Man, Dash Man, a few other guys which kind of just don't have names. This one appears to be a early Shadow Man concept. Some sort of bear guy. Dave. This probably was like an early design concept for Proto Man. This appears to be a Hard Man concept, Top Man concept. That's very clearly Magnet Man. This guy appears to be an early concept of, I think his name is Yamato Man from Mega Man 5. But I think it's supposed to be Spark Man. This guy appears to be Gemini Man, a Bull Man, Quint? I don't know. This guy shares similarities with a character named Quint from the Game Boy games. Bro, what is this? Nah. Kappa Man. Samurai Man, some other guy, Rhino guy. Got some manual art, promo image, and some unused art. This appears to be artwork of the Mega Buster shot, though, that we would see in the Mega Man 4, though. And yeah, that's kind of it. So, yeah, here we can kind of see just all the robot masters piled up. You can see that Dr. Light is even kind of happy to see them all there, even if some of them are literally built to murder people. I'm looking at you, Metal Man. He-Man's just kind of chilling, though. He just wants to be a happy little guy. Cutman's just like, really, with this shit? And then Airman is there looking at Shadow Man like he's about to murder. So, yeah, but wait a second, who is that? Who's bro up here? Who is this? That's not a person. Wait, who's missing from this then? Oh, well, I don't know who that is, but I guess I'll show this art as we finish up this video because it's reaching 40 minutes long, but, yeah. As for, you know, what comes after this, I don't really know. I'm not jumping straight into Mega Man 4. Did think about jumping into Kirby's Dream Land 2, since I did play through some of that. Then again, you know, I'm finishing this one, but Pikmin's been done, so I gotta figure that out. And then Henry Stickmin collection, you know, is also finishing up, though I have another kind of Flash game. I want to do that. Pokemon Legends will be returning with like regularly scheduled videos. So, yeah. As I've mentioned before, though, Mega Man 3 is one of my favorite games from the classic series. I just think that in a lot of ways I feel like it's better than Mega Man 2, but replaying it has made me kind of see a lot more of the scuff in the game, which is kind of just like, oh no. But yeah. Overall, it's a good game. You know, I still like Mega Man. And, yeah. That's really all I have to say. So, thank you all so much for watching this series. I appreciate it. If you're excited for the next series, let me know. You can check out the links in the description. So you should like the video, subscribe, hit the bell icon to get notifications. Additionally, you should check out the links in the description. There's links to my social media pages on Blue Sky and Twitter. There's a link to my Twitch page where I live stream, and lastly, a link to my Ko-Fi page where where for $3 a month you can become a monthly member and get access to certain content either early or certain content that is exclusive. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Or in the next game, I guess.